Here's a little neck release. It originally comes from Hana Somatics, which is a whole program, and it has gone through several generations of martial arts teacher to come to me. So this is my own uneducated version of it, but it really, really works. It's very much about internal focus and observing the effects of different movements on your body, which in my experience is one of the most effective ways to realign yourself and get rid of muscle aches, cricks in your neck, things like that. So we're going to start by standing nice and balanced, just like our home position in belly dancing. And then we're going to take our head, relaxed shoulders down and back, and we're going to turn our head over one shoulder and just see how far you can get. No judgment here. Just see what that feels like coming back to the front. And we're going to turn again and then take the shoulder that you're looking over and shift it backwards. Feel that scapula coming into the spine. And then just see if you can turn your head a little further. Bringing your shoulder back and then turning your head to the front. Observe what that kind of tension did to your jaw, to your neck, to your shoulder, maybe even down to your hips and your waist. We're going to do that one more time. First, turn your head. Just see how far you can get. Take that shoulder that you're looking towards and take it back. Feel the scapula moving towards your spine. Feel the arm shift back towards your hip. And then see if you can turn your head a little bit further. Now, imagine that somebody's holding your ribs right here and pushing them upright. And see if that gives you a little bit further turn. Breathing into it, looking back over that shoulder. Now, let your waist relax. Let your shoulder come forward. And then very slowly, turning your body and last your neck to come back to the front. Take a moment standing in our home position here to feel all of the different structures that were affected by that. Take any movements that your body needs to relax here. And we're going to do that whole thing on this side one more time, turning your head as far as it will go. Taking that shoulder back behind you. Seeing if you can turn your head just a touch further. Feeling support on your ribs. And then seeing if you can take your head down, maybe even far enough to see your heel behind you. Relax your ribs. Bring your shoulder forward, untwisting your body, and then finally moving your head to the front. One more time here. Feel how everything feels. Maybe compare your first side to the side we haven't done yet. How all of the structures were affected by the movements that we just completed. And then we'll do the other side. So take your head, turn it over your shoulder to see how far you can go. Bring that to the front. Your head comes over your shoulder, and the shoulder that you're looking over is going to move back, pushing the scapula towards the spine, and then see if you can twist your neck just a little bit more, following that shoulder. Shoulder relaxes, comes forward, head turns to the front. Feeling that. And then we're going to turn our head. Shoulder will come back. Turn the head a little bit further. Looking back as though you're looking down your shoulder blade. Pretending that you could maybe lean back a bit and see your waist. Imagine there's a hand on your ribs supporting them, lifting them a little bit. And then see if you can turn your head a little bit further. looking down the line of your back towards your opposite heel. Relax your waist. Bring your shoulder forward and then untwisting your body and finally your neck. Finding your forward facing position here. Take any movements your body requires. See how everything feels. And then one last time, turn your head over your shoulder. Take your shoulder back behind you. See if that opens up a little more space so you can turn your head a little fraction further. Imagine there's a hand supporting your ribs, lifting them, and then turning back even more. Looking down and behind you. Maybe even able to see your opposite heel out of the corner of your eye. Relax your ribs. Bring your shoulder back forward. Untwist your body and finally bring your neck to the front. Take a few breaths here. Feel that blood flowing to those tissues. By twisting and squeezing, you open up space. And when that space is open, fresh blood can flow in, picking up all of the old cells and things that don't need to be there and pushing them out. So feel that process happening. Finding where you're most comfortable, finding where you're least comfortable. And then we're going to try turning our head to each side and just see if maybe it's a little more comfortable than it was before. Maybe it reaches a little further than it did before we started.